Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you're new, welcome. My name is Dion. I call this cake batter chapstick. Today we are going to be using the matte connecting color in Hi-Fi. This will be my third look with this palette. As you see, the base face is done. This is what the outside of the palette looks like, and it looks exactly like the inside of the palette, and that's what it looks like. So we're going to jump in and do a look after we prime the lids. And while I'm priming the lids, I will be doing the intro. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. I forgot to spray my face. Let me do that really quick. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube because sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self and not to be, hard on yourself if you think things are not perfect, because you're perfectly you. So just accept, I encourage you, to accept who you are and just be yourself, whether you're here doing videos or in your day-to-day life. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. As you're watching beauty-related content, try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique because that's what, somebody else is doing that you've been watching. Just find your own way. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it, because you need to be satisfied with how your makeup looks. Beneath all of that, though, our motto here is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, y'all. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That is the concept of the crazy troll nation. Rock what you want to rock and love yourself for it, accepting your natural features. And if you want to enhance, but, not doing the catfish thing, like changing what your entire face looks like, your complexion or, slimming features or looking other than yourself. My thought is, and the reason I say enhancing your features if you want to, is because, I still want to look like me even when I'm wearing makeup. I don't want to, change my features because my features are what they are. And I love myself for it because I'm the only me here. And even with identical twins, you can tell who's who. There's something about them that's still different with how they look. So anyway, we prime the lids. That's what we stand for. So if that sounds good to you, hang around. I have a lot of content. We're going to take this shade right here, which is called If It Ain't Broke. And we're going to put that on the inner portion of the lid. And so I just want to encourage you to just own who you are. And if there's something that you feel needs to change it because you really believe it does, not because of what somebody else says, because other people will always have an opinion on how they think we should act or what we should say or what we do and how we do it. And it can be miserable living up to someone's expectations. Do better because you want to do better. Work on whatever you really believe, you need to work on to be a better person, but not because somebody said so. Unless there's somebody really near and dear to you and they're like, okay, we need to have a talk. And that's what friends are for too. Like if we're really off, let us know. And, consider what they say and think about it. And then still decide if you want to make a change or not. So now we're going to go down to Gallerina, this shade right here. We're just putting on colors. I haven't done this combination before. I realized today, I knew for a long time that I don't utilize my lookbook. When I do looks, I write them down because it keeps me on, it used to, keep me on track, making sure that I use, all the shadows and all of that. But because when I first get a new palette, I run through it and use all the shades. Sometimes once and sometimes twice. And I do usually go back and do a second run through of a palette. But I realized today, and I knew it before, but I just never paid attention to it. But I realized today, very seldom do I even look in the lookbook. If I do a look, and the lookbook was for me, if I'm stuck and I want to use a palette, I don't know what to do with it, go look at it and, recreate if I want to recreate those looks. And so it was just there just as, something to look back on. But I realized I don't never use it. And so I'm debating on whether or not to even keep the lookbook. It did come in handy with Pat McGrath Mothership #1 Subliminal, because I did a look and I'm like, this looks really similar to something I did before. And when I looked in the lookbook, it wasn't the exact same colors. And so in that sense, I'm like, oh yeah, I really didn't do this look before. Because sometimes looking at pictures, things can look the same, but then when you look at the actual shadows that you use, just like, yeah, that's not really that. And so in that sense, it's good for me to know I'm not repeating looks. But still, I never use it. So I'm wondering if I want to continue, keeping the lookbook or not. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's just something, one of those things that I do that doesn't really make a difference, because I'm really not ever stuck on what to do with a palette. And even today when I looked at this, I knew yesterday I wanted to use it today. Today is March 27th. But I didn't take time to plan things out like I used to, like write out looks. And sometimes I still do, especially for a new palette. But I just sat here for like a minute and was like, okay, I'll put this here, put this there. And I didn't even write it down. And surprisingly, when I do just sit here and take a moment to plan out a look, I don't write it down. But then when I put it in lookbook, I just take my palette with me over to my desk and I write it out. And so I'm just like, I don't know if it's necessary anymore. Now we're going to take Darkroom, this shade. So yeah, we're doing all sorts of colors. And this is a fun palette. I don't pick it up often for no particular reason, other than, just using other stuff. That's this shade. I thought it was going to show up darker, but we're not done yet. So, excuse me. Oh, I forgot to tell you in the intro, my throat randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And so if you see me kind of do that, that's like a hiccup or something going on in my throat. And if it's audible to me, or if I think it's audible, I'll say excuse me. And I usually say excuse me anyway. But, oh, and the other thing, I do curse sometimes on my channel because I curse sometimes, period. I think y'all heard that, excuse me. The man living in my throat was like, you called me? You rang? Oh my gosh. That is so embarrassing. And that's why I say it in my intro, because I'm like, if a loud one comes through, I don't want y'all to be like, ew, she gross. So I'm letting y'all know, I am gross. And it's not intentional at all. We're sweeping in between to blend, and that's what we had just previously did with the first two shades. And so I'm liking the shape. Yeah, this side seems higher up. So we're going to take, I think one of my eyelashes is curled under, because I could feel it grazing my eyeball. So we're not adding more shadow on here, but we're just going to do this. And we do have a shade. What, we're going to put something up there? Yeah, we were going to be all the way funky. So I think it looks the same, or the same as it's going to look. So now we're going to take this brush and oh my gosh, this is annoying. Lower lash line on the first half. Both of these are NYX retractable eyeliners. This is gold. This one is deep blue, and we also have the deep blue on our upper and lower inner rims. So we're going to dip back into, this is Darkroom. Did I say that? Yeah, this is Galleria and this is Darkroom. And we're going to just put some on the brush and pull it out. So I'm trying to get in the habit of pulling out my shadow. And the brush that I really love this for, I said, let me try this brush and see if it works just as well. So this, I tapped in lightly, tapped off. I did put a little bit of eye primer over here, but not much. And so I am liking how that's looking. So we're tapping in a few times, tapping off, and we're gonna pull that out. I have liner, the pencil liner in my lashes, because there's like a dark spot down here, and I didn't use like any black or brown eyeshadow, so I know that that's just the liner flaking off of my lashes. See, this side I always like it, maybe because it just shows up more than this side. We're tapping in one more time, tapping off. The academy's coming up again. I'm on faculty again. It's going to be long days. It's like 10-hour days, and we eat breakfast as a group at like 7:30 in the morning. And y'all know, sometimes I'm not even asleep at 7:30 in the morning. Sometimes I don't go to sleep till like 10 in the morning. So it's going to be very long days, and it's very hard on my body. you know, sitting for long periods of time and then getting up and walking, but then that aggravates my knees and my hips, which sitting aggravates my hips too. But then also knowing I'm going to be sleep deprived. So, but it's good. And I won't be able to go back to my room this time like last time, you know, to edit videos or to take a nap, because the classes are not held where the hotel is, where we're staying, and to sleep. So I'm just trying to brace myself like, whew, okay, we're going to tap back in and we're going to just kind of put a little bit more right here. So I'm trying to prepare as best I can. I've been trying to change my sleep schedule, which does not last long because I'm nocturnal by nature. But it's going to be a long weekend, a very rewarding one, but long nevertheless. So that is that. We're going to tap in again because this purple is almost touching the brow. So we're going to put that there. Speaking of my brow, check this out. This is the Fenty brow pencil that I'm using. This is it that's left. I go through these so friggin' quick. That's all that's left. And so I have to make sure to go into my storage, my backup case, and take another one with me in case this runs out. I am thinking whether or not to take, not this right here, but we're going to take this shade right here because it doesn't show up. This green, and this is, my kid could make that, this here. And we're taking a taper brush and we're going to actually swirl because this, it's not powdery. We can tap, like there's no kick up. So we're going to swirl and we're going to put that up here. I'm trying to decide whether or not to take, because I could take that new ring light. I'm pointing because it's back there. The one that's on my pony wall. I could take that, but then I would need also to take a mirror with me. When I was at Academy before, I took 5 days worth of makeup and I used every single thing. And I came back and did a video of, you know, what I learned from that trip as far as, you know, makeup usage. And it was a lot of really good learning lessons. So I don't know though, because also at Academy before, if I wasn't on panel for a certain class, I would go back to my room and edit the video. And then during another break, I would go back and upload the video. But I'm not going to have the freedom to do that this time because the classes aren't where we're staying at the hotel, as I said. So I don't know. And I do know I'm going to want to wear makeup. But it's like, am I really going to get up, you know, extra early like I did before, like to do a full face and the video? But then if I don't take stuff, I'll be like, I should have took it. Because part of me is just like, just take foundation and that's it. But I want to use stuff. This is reminding me of something. This is reminding me of Circle Loco. Even though Circle Loco, the shades are deeper. And it's not, you know, a lime green. But as far as like the blue, and the blues in Circle Loco are much deeper. But just the combination, I think, is making me think of that because it has blues and purples in it. But the colors are very, very, very different. So now we're going to go back into If It Ain't Broke. Look at this. It's like clearing already. I don't know. I think, I was going to say I don't know what happened to my eye yesterday. But I think because I fell asleep with my makeup on. And when I woke up, my eyes were tearing. And so I think that was causing shadow to fall or leak into my eye. And when I washed my face, my eyes were like so red. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And my under eye area was very tender. And my eyes were just really itchy. And so I think that's what it was. Can you see me? I apologize. And so today when I woke up, I expected, you know, my eyes to be swollen underneath. But they weren't though. So they're looking like they normally look. We're going to take the brush we use for powder because there is some fallout. I just dropped that brush. We're going to take a clean one of these and we're going to go into, what shade is that? Galleria. What does it say? Galleria. Wait a minute. Yeah, Gallerina. What am I saying? It's Gallerina. I don't know what I was saying before. And we're going to put this on the second half of our lower lash line. And so we're just stamping it on. Yeah, so part of me is like, just take foundation and primer, like just base face stuff. But then part of me is like, which means I probably will take stuff, but I'll have to see, you know, am I going to be able to get up and do videos? And also, I don't know who my roommate is, and so they might, I don't want to be in their way or them think they're in my way. So this is what we had. This is cute. We're going to, I think I was going to like just kind of, yeah, we're just going to take this and just go back and forth. So if there's loose particles, specifically from this first shade, that they're going to go away and not flake. So that is the shadows, y'all. What are we going to do? I have 2 liquid eyeliners out, not liquid, potted, and one is number 87, excuse me, from Inglot, and the other one is Contemplative State. And so I don't know what we're going to do with this. I might just run a line under my brow. I'm liking doing that, putting a line under my brow. So we're going to put on the liner, excuse me, the only mascara that we have still open. We're going to figure out a lip, and then we will come back with the finished look. This is our finished look, y'all, and I'm going to call this clown makeup because this lip, oh, I'm glad I caught it. Pat McGrath Labs Nude Venus. And I did line my lips, and I put some on the inside in the corner. The Nima Tang Dose of Colors lip liner, which I love. This ain't it. So we're not going to keep it. So I'm going to declutter it after I do the flat lay for this look. But yeah, this lip is way too pink for me, and I think I do look like a clown, taking it back to the 80s with the harsh lip liner. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna take the Nima Tang gloss, and we're gonna put that over this because I can't even keep looking at myself with this on. And so, excuse me for that in my throat. You're gonna put this on top of that lipstick because I just cannot keep looking at this color. And this, why is this? Oh goodness. Okay. Is the lipstick eating it? Like this is not even. Wow, this is giving me problems. I'm gonna edit this out and come back again. I do like this a little better, but still, to do 3 things because I don't like this lip color on me. Yeah, so this is the look we have, and that line is still looking weird. Like where, okay, this video is gonna be over. Like I don't know why it's looking like there's lines. We a clown. We a troll clown today. I'm gonna own it. This is the look. I do like the eye look. The lip just made it, that pink made me feel like I was a clown. It's a lot going on. Oh, we have one Cherish, the Pat blush. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about this eye look. But the palette is gorgeous. This is the palette. I'm glad I had used it again. I haven't used it in a while, and I'm like, I need to use that again. So this is only the 3rd look with it. Thank you for being here. If you made it to the end, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. If you do videos here on YouTube, excuse me for digging so grossly in my ear, feel free to click the share button and share this on your community tab. Share my channel with your friends, family, whoever you think will be entertained or enjoy my content for educational purposes, which I don't know about that. But anyway, and if you're curious about joining, there's a link for that. And I've been asking the members questions, and so we got some exciting stuff coming up. And that'll be it. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. I forgot to mention, we did do Contemplative State under the blue liner, but it blends into my skin tone, and we ran a line under the brow. So if it's looking like there's something there, that's Contemplative State. We're really going to go. You'll see me soon.